So I'm Angel.
I'm Shaine.
So hello, my name is Ives Baconguis, and I am a poet from Los Baños. Most of my works are written in Filipino or in Tagalog, and I've been writing since I was really young. My works have been published in Young Star, Marias and Sampaguitas, HEIGHTS Ateneo, Writers Guild Ateneo, and most recently I've been published in Gantala Press.
So, Ives, can you tell us more about your journey as an artist?
I've been writing a lot since I was young, as I mentioned before, but most of it was like fiction. And I found myself really drawn to poetry because it was so interesting for me, like as a genre, especially because at first I wasn't really familiar with it. And so I wanted to try it out. And when I did, I found out that I really liked it. I love how it deals with language mostly because I didn't start out very good in Filipino. So I kind of used it as a way for me to interact with my bilingualness in a way. So that's what really drawn me to poetry, and it's what kind of urged me to take it as a course for college.
I think you've mentioned a few of your publications so far. Any other project that you want to talk about?
I've been I've been thinking a lot about self-publishing because a lot of writers, especially local ones, they usually self-publish their works, and it's something that I've been really pushing myself to do. 2 years ago, I published two chapbooks. I self-published two chapbooks, Eurydice at ang Paghahanap kay Bathala, which was part of my thesis as a student, and also Clone Boy later in 2019. But during quarantine, during the pandemic, it was a bit hard for me to write and come up with themes that I thought I would be good at writing. So I think this year I've been more pushing myself that I want to create like a self-published chapbook, and I'm not sure how to release it yet, but it's kind of a project that I'm kind of working on now.
So do you have any favorite works so far? Do you have like a top or something like that?
A lot of the things that I wrote last year were they were in a completely different direction from how I usually write, because a lot of my writing, especially in college, my preoccupations then were different than my preoccupations now. And of course it's going to be different because not only did I change as a person or grow into a different person, it's like the whole world is so different suddenly. So it's really hard to think of myself as the writer that I was before compared to the writer I am now. So my works in 2020 and I think until now are really different. But I think I kind of like it in the sense that I find myself trying something new, something that maybe I wasn't comfortable with before. And a lot of them are turning out a bit more autobiographical. So I didn't do that a lot as a student because I was really scared of putting more of myself in my work. So now that I'm taking a different turn, it's kind of easier to take the things that I didn't do before and do them now.
Moving on to your inspirations, who are your favorite artists or other artistic inspirations?
For artistic inspirations, mostly poets, definitely. I found myself reading a lot more than I usually do. And I just finished books by Dana Smith and Jericho Brown, and I find them really, really inspiring as poets. I'm really a big fan of Ilya Kaminsky, Ocean Vuong, Merlin the Bobbies.
I think you're frozen. Hello. We are back.
So a lot of my inspirations have to be with the poets that I've been reading recently, because I've been reading a lot more than I usually do. So I've been reading works by Dennis Smith, Jericho Brown, Ilya Kaminsky, Ocean Vuong, Merlinda Bobby Paris, and Diane Poy Nguyen. So those have been my artistic inspirations in the sense of poetry. But in non-artistic inspirations, I would have to say that a lot of the things that have helped me, not only in terms of my writing, but in terms of getting me motivated to actually write, have been my friends, mostly talking with them, connecting with my friends, um, anime, because I really like it, and I think it helps a lot with making you like empathize things or seeing things in a different light, getting a lot of perceptions. It's been helping. You know, I think a lot of people think that your artistic inspirations only have to be things of like high art. But I don't think that's always the case. Like, I think anime and K-pop have been helping me also in terms of motivating myself to get through the day. So that's why I've counted them as like artistic inspirations.
So, if you can meet any artist in the world, living or dead, who would it be?
It would definitely be the people that I mentioned in my artistic inspirations. But I think I would love to be in a master class. I would love to just hear them talk about their own craft and just
Uh-oh, hello.
Oh no.
We were at,
so
if you can meet any artist in the world, living or dead, who would it be?
definitely it would be the people I mentioned earlier as my artistic inspirations. But I think more than getting to meet them, I would love to be in a master class with them and just learn from their craft and how they go about it and just absorb all that information and hopefully find some connection and get me to write.
So before we end, please continue the phrase. Art for me is.
Art for me is a dead bird in a dog's mouth waiting to be given life.
I love that.
Poet nga.
Yes. Thank you, Ives.
You can find me on Facebook at Ives Baconguis.
Yay.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate